What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bird Dog Gaming. Today I want to talk about a game that is potentially collectible for the Nintendo 3DS, one that is very overlooked, and that game is Frogger 3D. Not just any Frogger 3D though, no, we're talking about this big box variant of Frogger 3D. This game came out on September 20th of 2011, just 6 months after the release of the Nintendo 3DS. Now keep in mind, there weren't a whole lot of great games out for the console at this point. Sure, you had some great Nintendo 64 ports like Rayman 2, Star Fox 64, Ocarina of Time, but for the most part, you were stuck with games like Steel Diver and SpongeBob Squiggle Pants. It wasn't until a couple months later that the system started to get some solid titles like Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7. Published by Konami and developed by Alpha Unit, most known for their work on Japanese handheld games, Frogger 3D was released in celebration of the 30th anniversary of the franchise as a whole. And what a celebration it was, considering it got a 54 on Metacritic and a solid 5 out of 10 on Nintendo Life. Destructoid went as far as to say the game has nothing to offer the world but boredom and irritation in equal measure. Yikes. There were also a couple of apps and even a pinball game that came out to celebrate the anniversary. Frogger 3D features 60 single-player levels spanned out across 6 worlds, 4-player wireless multiplayer, and even Street Pass battles. After you beat those 60 levels, you can unlock Forever Mode, a mode that allows you to test your skills at a survival version of the original 1981 Frogger. So you had a couple options when this game launched. You could get the lame regular version, or you could get the awesome big box ultimate super turbo hyper fighting championship game of the year and Knuckles version of this game, which came with a nice little protective transparent shell for your 3DS. I actually don't even have a regular 3DS, just a 2DS and a 3DS XL, so I can't even fully make use of this. This big box with the shell doesn't have enough sales on eBay to even give it a value as of right now. I swear this game goes under the radar. Searching for information on this thing is surprisingly difficult for a modern game. I can't find the MSRP of the bundle version anywhere, but I'm assuming because the standard release was $35, the bundle must have been like $45. Based off my research, it doesn't seem like it was just a pre-order bonus, but I can't even be certain of that. There was one review on Amazon I found where a guy said, "Included in my package was a limited edition Frogger see-through hard case," and proceeded to say it was a nice addition, like he didn't know it was coming with his game. But he was happy to see it when his package arrived. Who knows? If you have any information, let us know in the comments below. It took me over a year of having Frogger 3D as a saved search on eBay to just see one of these big boxes. I managed to score mine for around $40 from a buy it now listing. Mine isn't in perfect condition, but when it comes to this game, you take what you can find. This is going to be a highly sought after big box, and I'd say it's one of the rarest items in my collection right now. I tried contacting Konami to try and get some exact numbers on how many copies of this game were sold, which was a huge long shot, and wouldn't you know it, they didn't get back to me. I can only imagine this version of the game had a very low print run, considering I've hardly seen anyone with this release. One thing to note, the game inside the big box doesn't say not for resale on it. A lot of times when you see a game get released in a big box like this, the barcode is replaced with not for resale, but not this time. So if you ever find the cardboard in the 3DS shell, you can put any copy of the game inside and call it complete in box. Interesting fact, when you search for the Frogger 3D bundle, you almost always find the used GameStop listing for the game which says bundle and even has a picture of the game with the big box and the plastic shell. Usually when GameStop sells a game that comes with an extra item, there will be a standard release set aside from the big box version, but this is the only listing for Frogger 3D on GameStop's website. Unfortunately, the picture I found from Reddit user ALMAO shows that the game came with the cartridge only, but was still labeled Frogger 3D Bundle. Overall, if you want to get your hands on a copy of the Frogger 3D Bundle, I suggest keeping a saved search on eBay and turning notifications on for the app. If you don't do this already for items you're hunting for, you should. It's a great way to be notified when items like this become available. If you're watching this in the year 2030 and the game is going for like $200, I can't say I didn't warn you. But hey, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at ThatGamerNerd, and we will see you guys next time on Bird Dog Gaming.